which means many of our favourite watering holes are drying up. But CAMRA, the Campaign for Real Ale, says it's not all down to the recession.
Andy Bevan has been visiting pubs, both open and closed, across the Midlands to see why some are in danger of sinking, while others can keep their heads above water.
They're queuing inside the Coach and Horses at Kibworth in Leicestershire to reserve tables for a nautically themed Diamond Jubilee party in June. Landlord and for tonight captain Andrew Sutherland knows to stay in business he has to stay ahead of the game, and the punters are more than happy.
It means everything to the community because it gets everyone together.
You've got the entertainment and the interest factor, really.
The food's nice, the staff are nice, it's a generally nice pub.
So everything at the Coach and Horses appears to be, well, shipshape. Now pub crawl has revealed that elsewhere in the licensed trade, the tide is turning. For instance, this is the Four Crosses at Hatherton near Cannock in Staffordshire, and the landlord here has tried everything to make the business pay, but to no avail. So the captain here is abandoning the ship. Tony Rabbits has tried everything to tempt customers in, but during the couple of hours we were there, not a single one walked through the door. Next month, after 10 years, he's off. According to CAMRA, the Campaign for Real Ale, more than 1,000 pubs have closed in the past 2 years. And each week, 8 in the suburbs, 6 in the countryside, and 2 in our high streets shut up shop.
We've done the pound menu. Before Christmas, we introduced a £1.99 Christmas dinner. And that did us okay for about 2 weeks, but once that was over with, it went quiet again. We've tried medieval banquets, ghost nights, and everything works for a little while, then it just dies off.
The Four Crosses itself may not close, but the company that owns it may have a hard job finding someone to take it over. The recession has meant staying in is the new going out. Translation, cheap drink consumed at home. A £3 pub pint can be bought for around 50p in a supermarket, and although the government wants to raise that with minimum pricing, it hasn't done so yet. But it's not only external forces causing pubs to close. The Rising Sun at Middleton near Wirksworth in Derbyshire is owned by pub company, or pub co, Punch Taverns. Many pubcos have fallen out with their tenant landlords over rising rents and the beer tie which prevents tenants shopping around for cheaper deals. Last month, MPs rejected a government plan to outlaw this practice, saying it wouldn't work. David Mountford has been told his rent will rise. He says if it does, he can't afford to stay and predicts the Rising Sun would close within months. Regulars have signed a petition urging Punch Taverns to reconsider. They say pubcos are squeezing landlords out of business.
It's not a true partnership. They make 10 times what we do and just want to make more. So no, you're not rewarded for your success, and this is a story that will be repeated and is repeated all over the place every single day.
You see public houses closing down all the time, a lot, in fact, every week. We don't want this to become one of them.
Punch Taverns told us the Rising Sun is a thriving pub and we're keen to reach agreement with Mr Mountford. We offer our licensees a variety of arrangements on beer prices and rent to help them run successful businesses. Andrew Sutherland is also a pubco tenant, but he says the ever-rising duty on beer is also to blame for killing trade. It's risen 35% in the last 3 years, and now more than £1 in every pint is made up of duty or VAT.
We started off at £2.60 a pint, we're now at just over £3 a pint, and at the end of the day, all those price increases have either been down to the brewery or down to the government.
Closed pubs can stay empty for months, sometimes years. A few are sold as houses or shops, but many are simply knocked down. Anyone owning a former pub doesn't need planning permission to demolish or convert it. Meanwhile, the Institute for Public Policy Research says pubs are community hubs and should qualify for business rates relief. This former pub in Birmingham's Aston area is now an Indian food outlet. CAMRA's Nigel Barker runs 2 successful pubs in the city, but laments the demise of ornate buildings like this and wants the planning laws tightened up to protect them.
We can't live in a rose-tinted world about this, but when it comes to all the pubs being lost, that is a very serious matter, and I think the planning law should take that into account.
All landlords say one thing about all pubs: use them or lose them. They may seem old-fashioned to some, but to others they're a community lifeline. Unless everyone pulls together, though, more and more of them could have time called on them for good. Andy Bevan, Central Tonight.
Well, time now for a man who's single-handedly trying to keep the pub trade in the Midlands going. Steve, see you with the sports, Steve.
Mine's a pint, Matt, sparkling water.